So here we're looking at the start of a battle, really, so the preparation for the battle itself. So we're getting a little bit of a briefing, like what's going on here, what's happening, what can you expect, and what are your main objectives. And that will help you get an idea of what the battle is about. Then you get more details about the forces present, the relative size of your force compared to that of your enemy, whether or not there is off-map artillery support or airstrikes. You can get a look at the map itself to see the tactical situation, to see how you might want to deploy your forces and what your, where potential fields of fire are going to be useful, and where you want to deploy your troops. And once you've got an idea of that, you can start deploying your troops or selecting your troops. And the first thing I'm doing here is getting rid of all my troops, because I'm going to use this opportunity to get a force from scratch. And I'm going to set up a fairly standard platoon. So we are going to be selecting a platoon HQ and some additional units with there. You can see the force list to the right. So these are all the troops I can select. And if I hover over them, I get a little bit more information. You see I'm choosing a platoon HQ with different BAR units and rifle squads. The rifle squads have the rifle grenades, which are quite useful actually. And the BAR units obviously bring a BAR, which is great for laying down suppressive fire or going on the offensive. So on top of that, I got a couple of slots left to pick my force, so I'm picking up an MG, which is again great for having that suppression. And I think later here I'm also picking a mortar, which is very good for providing cover fire or attacking specific areas. Obviously using indirect fire can be very useful. So that consists of the main force, and then a separate thing is the support units, and these can, switch every now and then, whereas the main force you're going to take with you from mission to mission. So for the support units, I'm going to pick another MG, which is always a useful thing, and I'm going to pick an AMP squad, which is armed with carbines and some additional explosives. So they're going to be great for a battle where you expect to engage in short range, or where you expect to engage perhaps on an urban type map. So next I'm gonna customize some of my units with additional equipment. I'm giving a radio here to a mortar squad and an additional BAR to my MG, and they're gonna provide additional firepower for the MG, and for the mortar squad they're gonna make sure that the mortar is always gonna be in contact with HQ, so you never get the out of command penalty. The other thing is I'm giving some temporary assignments to some of my squads here. So for two of my rifle squads, I'm taking out one unit to form a dedicated sharpshooter unit, so that gives me not an extra infantryman, but a little bit more control. So I'm splitting off units for different units. And last thing I do here is I'm splitting off an assault team, which is very good for taking buildings or taking enclosed fortified locations, because they bring the submachine gun, they bring additional smoke grenades.